Okay, Thursday morning in the kingdom, and I worked late last night. Yes, late. And that's why the video was late loading up. Yes, I had to stay up late to make sure it got published. Yes, all right. So this morning we woke up to minus 15 Celsius, but feels like minus 19. So of course the me phone is in the whole shack where it's nice and warm, and I'm standing out here where it's trying to snow. On the yo-yo scale, plus 5 Fahrenheit. But feels like minus 2. Yes. Oh, that's confusing. All right. So yesterday I'm working on the cat over here. Okay. Right there. No, he's over here. Oh, it's so confusing. So here I'm trying to figure out 80-year-old technology while the staff is working on the weather station and using my me phone to communicate to it. And it was having troubles or issues or dramas. But at least me working on something that's 80 years old, it'll give me signs and tell me black smoke, no spark, no fire, anything like that, no putt-putt. But the me phone and the weather station wouldn't tell the staff anything. Oh, the joys. That's why she's handling the computer stuff, and I am going back in time to simpler times. Yes. All right. So today we got to work on Kijiji in the shop and get him in and out. Yes, we got to change that carburetor because it's got a Winnipeg carb on it. Yes, Winnipeg. Oh, that's where Sir Rodney lives. Yes, and I forgot his video yesterday because he got gifts from Kingdom followers. Yes, so he's got a little video and stuff like that. So I'll include it in today's video because it's going to be a relaxing day in the kingdom. Yesterday was a stressful day. We had to work to get the cats changed out in the shop. Yes, because we got to have them warmed up and thawed out overnight. We're not going to put it in the shop cold and then try and work on it. Yes. All right, well, I better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, I'm over here by the shop now. I thought the me phone had censored me. I don't know. I haven't listened to it yet. But also, too, I have my Sesame Street Band-Aid on. Can you see that? Unreal. That's a hurt. I got hurt yesterday. I don't know how I did it. So now I'm Dr. Evil. Yes. And look at that. The wood stove didn't burn last night because we're in a low pressure system. The staff found all about it with her wood stove not burning yesterday. So that's the charcoals and the debris from the bottom of the wood stove. So now you take it outside and it burns. Oh, can we feel the heat, Les Nesman? Okay, now I'm outside here. We have the 41 Chevy 4x4 truck and then Aggie's right here. I parked him up on blocks so he doesn't freeze to the ground because he was in the shop where it was warm. Yeah, right. I'll explain later. Okay, we have the cursor reverse right there. He's going in to get his motor finished installed. And we have the communist cat back here. Yes, he has to go in and get his injection pump and his carburetor checked out. And then we have Laverne way in the back there. Yes, can we see Laverne? He's bladeless. Yes, that's 4 TD6 cats. Yes, cats right here. I didn't know you walk over a bit without tripping and falling. And then there's the cat. The famous black cat in the background there. All right, so this looks pretty impressive. I'm a big-time contractor in 1950s. Yes, and I wouldn't be using my me phone to record this. We'd have an 8mm camera. Yes, oh. All right, let's get to work.
What's up, Kingdom followers? Sir Rodney live at Westrand, just closing down for the day. I just wanted to jump on quickly and say you guys did it again. I just got another thing in the mail here. Let me show. It's got says Sir Rodney. That was from, I believe it was Wisconsin, from Lee and Marge. Came with a couple of funny things here. If your husband chooses paint colors, they must have a signed note from their wife. And I thought this one was pretty good too. A friend suggested putting horse manure on my strawberries. I'm never doing that again. I'm going back to whipped cream. Came with $20 American funny money, so now I get to go to Fargo and have a nice Culver's burger. So to Lee and Marge, I just want to say thank you very much. You surprised me again. All right, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and I got my list. All right, so the hood bolts, the rear light, and the carb all have to be changed out on Kijiji. Also, too, when we bolt the hood down, because we don't have the factory cast iron brackets or side panels on the rad, we have to put a piece out here for the hood. Okay, I didn't install that because I didn't know where it was unless I had it on the cat. Okay, so back here, we had no backlight. Remember I told you that when we drove out the shop? Okay, but also too, we had the hood off and the switch is over there. So I could have got drunk or was drunk and maybe knocked the switch, okay? All right, so I double checked it when I took the hood off. And then everybody, I don't know where it went. Okay, all right. So we'll turn on the master switch here. All right. So the first thing you do is you put a ground wire on to verify that it's not the positive wire, okay? So there's the ground for the battery. So I just went from there across to here because that's the original base bolt for the rubber mount light that's inside, okay? But also too, the problem we have here, and due to the rotation of the earth, we hung the light upside down, so we're trying to ground it here. But also too, this base is a full swivel. So I put never sees and everything, buffed it. And then your base is bolted to the fender. So what are the odds of actually having a ground? So that's why the light worked in the shop. Drove the cat outside and the thing vibrated, so the light didn't work. So what I did was I put a ground wire on from here and around to the base bolt down there. And I also had to use the yellow connectors because these bolts are big, okay? So then I tucked the wire in here. It's not that I'll trip and fall on it. It's when we do the snow, brushing the snow off the cat, okay? So that creates the problem there because you always hit the wire. Okay, we were in a low pressure system last night. The staff couldn't get her stove to burn as she's trying to learn it, okay? This stove is not burning today. Like, we've been putting the same wood in for the last 2 freaking weeks and lots of heat. We have the vent open, the doors open, and this thing is not putting out heat. It's like a slow burn on freaking real. Maybe that's why the welfare people don't have wood stoves in their house, because they're too much work.
Just after 9:30, and as you can see, it is still snowing out. It says it's supposed to snow all day, but you never know with the Weather Channel these days. Now it's time to get the skidoo out. I'm actually already warming it up as we speak, and then I'll head on over to the Kingdom and grab the card and go up and do some shopping. I'm pretty sure they have some sale stuff today. Just after 10 a.m. and I finished shopping at the store in WHO-ville. For the 2 bags here, it was $128, but I did grab my birthday stuff, which I'll be doing beforehand because the salad that's in here expires on the 6th. And I want Caesar salad with my homemade pizza. As I'm leaving the Northern here, Johnny pulls up. I'm not scheduled for today either, and I'm sure they have a bunch of frozen, so I'll have to deal with that tomorrow when I work. Just after 10:30 a.m. and I finished dropping everything off in the Kingdom. This bread all has to go into the freezer at my place in WHO-ville. We were going to wait on these Caesar salads and have them for my birthday dinner, but since they expire in a couple days, I think I'll be having them for lunch with a burger or something. Not sure. I'm pretty much done here at the Kingdom today. Since it is a snow day, I'm going to go hide away at the house and figure out my wood stove. 11 a.m. and I just made it back from the Kingdom. It is getting nasty out here. The wind's kind of picking up as well, and if I zoom in off to the distance, you can't even see the tree line over there. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, put all the groceries away, and then I'm going to start working on my wood stove. For lunch today, I'm having my Caesar kit. It expires on the 6th, so I'd rather eat it now than later when it's all soggy. I also had bread on sale, and it's cheaper than getting buns, so I'm having a cheeseburger with that. I took some of the lettuce out of my Caesar kit and threw it on my burger. Now it's time to eat lunch and head on downstairs to the basement and finish my fire. Not sure if you can really see it there, but we have some smoke coming out of the chimney. Look at that. So that means we did something right. I'll walk over here and check the pipes as well to make sure nothing's coming out of them or anything like that. Well, we look pretty good, and I've been keeping an eye on it to see if it's getting hot, and it's not. So we'll just watch it and keep a fire going and see what happens. The fan my dad suggested help. I brought my box fan from upstairs down here and just put it right in front of the wood stove. My video last night, the smoke was just coming out around the edge here, and today with the fan in front of it, it's not. We are in a low pressure system, so I'm surprised anything is even burning right now. But if you look in there, we have a small fire going. This is just a test trial to see what I need to do still. I already sealed up the back as well, so we should be good now. I'm keeping an eye on the pipe too to make sure it doesn't get hot. I turned the fan off to see what would happen. I'll give it a couple minutes and see if it starts burning out the front again. It could be because we're in such a low pressure system right now, you can't even boil water. It would take so long, but we'll wait and see what happens. Came out to check on the pipes, and you can see that the snow is finally melting off, but it's not hot. You can still touch it, but I will be keeping an eye on it. You can just barely see the smoke coming out, but that is a fair ways up for it to go. And also on the corner here, we got some ptarmigans way off into the distance flying around. You can actually see a couple ptarmigans in the trees here. There's one up on the very top, right there where my finger is. He's the one that was flying around when I did my little pipe video. I think there's a few more of them in the trees here. If there's one, there has to be more. 4 o'clock, and it's still burning pretty good. I think I'm just going to let it sit here and keep adding a little by little so I can bring the heat up. It'll probably take a couple days to get it nice and warm in the house. I did turn the heat down in the basement a bit just so I can see how much heat the stove is actually putting out. Now it's time to head upstairs and do the weather. Just wanted to give you guys a little video on my chimney pipe. I came out to check on it. It's not too bad. You can actually see the smoke coming out a lot easier now that the sun's gone down. Almost 5 o'clock, and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's negative 20 degrees Celsius, which is negative 4 degrees Fahrenheit. And we even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can see, the street lights have already come on. The sun has started to set. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in. I'm just going to be watching my wood stove tonight and see how it goes and end my day.
Okay, we got minus 30 below Celsius temperatures tonight. So on the Fahrenheit scale, the yo-yo scale, it's freaking cold tonight. So we want to get Kijiji out. So we have this carburetor with the button on it. Okay, it's the round one with the flat washer. It had a broken screw here. All right, so I took the Hobart Handler 100, cranked it up to the heat speed of 21, 22, I think, close enough. Oh, we'll call it 24, just like the beer. All right, 26, it'll be vodka. 26 of vodka, 2.6. All right. So what I did was find a small washer. So you go through your collection or assortment of washers, find one that fits tight, hammer it on, and then I hit it. It was basically a series of tacks, build it up, and then while it's hot, grab you with your pliers and work it out. Jiggle, wiggle, wiggle, and then it slowly comes out. So I'm very happy. We're successful today. So we fixed the light and we got the carburetor stud out. So we're on a roll here. So let's go have some lunch with some vodka. Okay, coffee time in the kingdom, and I marked the parts while it's still fresh in my memory. These are the Winnipeg carbs with the copper cone. Yes, the guy had talent. So I marked down there, they only work in the summer. So if I move to south, like to Wyoming, you know, I can use these carbs on my cats down there. And I got the original one showing what the factory spec is or what it looked like originally, because most likely that's a very rare, because most likely they've been changed. And then over here, we are ready to take Kijiji out. Yes, we finished the list. We got the hood bolted on at the front here. We didn't show any documentation of that because we're welding, and there's the gas tank right there. So we didn't do that, okay? It's glued on, that bracket. All right, so over here, we marked it there. January 2020, carb plate type. So now we know what that's in that carburetor. All right, so we'll have a quick coffee, and then we're going to go outside and move some cats around because it's supposed to get cold tonight. And at 2 o'clock, this wood stove took off burning. Now I got the damper closed, closed a bit. The vents closed, the doors closed, and it's putting out heat. Of course, that's when I was putting the carburetor on. So my bum got really warm. Yeah, this morning I could work on here, and the stove wasn't even putting out any heat. All right, let's go have some coffee. Okay, I got Kijiji running in the shop. I closed the curtains to keep the coldness in the new part and the warmness in the old part. All right, let's see if we can set the tripod up with the Mi phone to record this great event. Okay, the staff's got the weather station set up over here. The dogs are getting ready because they know it's time to go for a walk. All right, so we got the twins out here. That is Free Fall. And this is Kijiji. Once again, he let me down. Yes, I tried to videotape when the cat was running, but it went from running nice and smooth inside the shop to sitting outside the shop, and then it went into full retard. Yes, full retard. So the video of pulling the bad business up to the shop, I'll have to speed it up because he was running like terrible. Okay, so what happened when I was pushing with the blade or the drawbar to get the communist cat in the shop? I pulled the steering clutch on the right side, which is that side, and then there was no power to this one. There was a clunkety clunk. So I got the communist cat in the shop, pulled the cat ahead, and then dropped the oils in the final drive here. Because that's usually what happens, is the balls fall out of the bearings and get into the bull gear and the small gear. So there was no metal filings that came out. Okay, so if I drained that side, and it's kind of the break-in oil because it was all gooey and everything, so I drained this side too. And I marked on it that we did it in 2024. So the oils came out clean. So most likely what has happened is the steering clutch discs here have malfunctioned, or the shaft that goes across in. There's a coupler and they're known for wearing. All right, so what I did then was go and hook onto bad business. Okay, bad business was parked in front of the twins here and showing up on camera. I'll try to see if camera 3 recorded it. So okay, so we usually come out, pull out and go this way down the hill to the shop. But no, that means I'm turning and pulling the left steering clutch, so that would power to the right track. So this time I wanted to break it or find out what's wrong with it. So I went behind the house. Yes, I traveled a great distance. So to go around the house, I'm basically pulling the right steering clutch and everything is powering the left track, and we had no dramas. Okay, here I come with Kijiji just smoking away. There doesn't seem to be as bad a glare on the TV here because, well, it's daylight out. Alright, tie the steering clutches back. That's how we do it, and Kijiji's just smoking away. He has issues. Alright, get bound the cat, we'll hook it up, and here we go. This is where the steering clutches should act up. No problem pulling it as we smoke away into the sunset. Okay, so I had no problems pulling the bad business here, okay? And we got it in front. I'll speed up the recording of this here, so that worked out good. So we had some good hard turns, and we're pulling a cat of equal size and value or whatever, and it would have the same drag. Those steering clutches performed well, but the Kijiji just ran like crap. So the whole idea, when I got thinking, this is the only cat in the kingdom that starts and runs for the last 20 years. So let's take the cover off the time or the injection pump to see where it's timed, and let's take that carburetor off to see if it has the factory brass stem or the plate, or maybe somebody was building the copper cones. You never know. So this is the only way we're going to figure out. And Kijiji probably started running like crap because he got cold, because it is cold out here, okay? And I did take his thermostat out, but the thing is we're not risking those thermostats, because that thing is just grief and heartache. So hopefully someday they'll manufacture good quality thermostats, or I buy a DeLorean and go back to 1948 and buy a good thermostat, load up the DeLorean, and head back to the kingdom. Okay, we got the communist cat in the shop, and these doors sure are nice. In and out, and they open with ease. We'll do more on the communist cat tomorrow, because he is the most... Yeah, I got him from Saskatchewan. Yes, we dragged him 90 miles on the cat trains. We dragged him back, me and the staff. And he's been the most productive cat in the kingdom. He's made me the most money, done the most work, and we've sunk him, and he's always got us home or whatever. But also too, we have some people asking questions, so we'll go over to the hose shack. Okay, I guess I didn't word that correctly. We're going to the hose shack, not to talk about hose. Nobody's asking questions about hose. Yes, this is the mini hoe, not the female hoe type. Okay, yeah, we do have some ladies hanging on the wall here. We kind of had to cover them up. All right, people are asking about dry shafts and Westrans. That's what they're known for, okay? I'm the king of obsolete, so I don't phone them up and ask for a dry shaft for a 67 Chevy with a 3-speed transmission and the posi-track rear end. No. I ask Sir Rodney and I send him a drawing, and the measurements usually from, okay, to do it properly, it's from the edge of the cup to the edge of the plate or the cup at the other end, okay? And then I tell Sir Rodney what this cup size is, because I have no idea where I got the yoke or anything like that. So Sir Rodney can figure out it's a Spicer, what the series is, okay? So this is the dry shaft for the Lynn tractor, okay? So Sir Rodney made this back in 2018. There's the tag and everything. So the thing is we have a Chevy 4-speed from the 1960s, and then we have to have a flange to bolt onto the Lynn tractor flange type transmission, okay? So Sir Rodney had to figure out what Chevy, what Ford or Dana or Spicer product was that bolt pattern, and he did. So he made this dry shaft up. But we kind of took the transmission out of the Lynn tractor last year. We are having troubles with the synchros, so we took it apart in the summer and found out the synchro thingies were on the bottom of the transmission. Okay, and then another thing too is they do make the small ones here, okay? This is a PTO shaft, okay? It's going to be going on the green toy because we're putting hydraulics on it. And this is the weight that Sir Rodney was talking about in his video, or in his video that follows here. Okay, so everything is balanced and everything. So it doesn't matter what size of dry shaft, what it is, but they sell you quality products. Like this stuff is, how would you say, not cheap junk that's going to fall apart. So this PTO on the green toy is going to last me, how would you say, 20 years, 25 years, okay? It's not going to fly apart, okay? So that's the thing, is they tag everything, they mark everything, and it's quality stuff, okay? So Sir Rodney made some videos of at the shop in Westrans today, and I'll include them after this video here, okay? So everybody enjoy how they make dry shafts at Westrans with Sir Rodney.
What's up, Kingdom followers? Sir Rodney live at Westrans. A lot of people have been asking about drive shafts in my department here. Westrans has always been known for their heavy-duty drive shafts. As this one right here. This one's going to come off of your highway trucks. Something like that. But what a lot of people don't know, let me just go for a quick walk, I'll take you with me here. A lot of people don't know Westrans does light-duty automotive drive shafts, like this one. I'll turn the phone sideways here. This will be for like your half-ton truck 4x4 shaft, right there. All nicely pre-built, ready to ship out to the customer, like that. There's the serial numbers we talked about before. Tells us who built it, when we built it. And that one's ready. I'll see if I can give you guys a heavy-duty drive shaft later on. All right, talk to you later. Okay, so I found a good example of a heavy-duty shaft I can show you guys here. This is going to be in between the two diffs on a highway truck. You can see right there, that's worn out, bad shape. That's your slip yoke, slides onto there. So I'm going to do another video when this drive shaft is done, and you can see what the difference is between this old ugly one and a nice new one. Stay tuned. Okay, I'll show you a quick little video at the halfway point of that drive shaft that we're building that was all broken, dirty, and ugly, that goes in between the differentials. It's normally called an inner axle drive shaft. There we go. It's all welded, just cooling down. There's your nice new splines. And stay tuned for part 3. We'll show you the finished product. Okay, the final episode in the finished product drive shaft is ready to go. Look at that. From that ugly, dirty, broken drive shaft to a nice, new, freshly painted. Again, there's the Westrans tag with the date, the serial number, and the employee that did it. And just a fun fact, if you're wondering why they're painted shiny black, it's in case something happens where it falls off the truck in the snow or on the ice roads, the driver can actually get out and find a nice black shaft in the white snow. Alright, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed. Some bonus coverage for you guys. I'm going to show you balancing a drive shaft. We have one on the balancer that I showed you earlier that was all beat up and ugly. Go now. This is our drive shaft balancing machine. We'll spin it up to 3,000 RPMs. Like so. I'm going to stand back so I don't get a weight in the face if it pops off. It's up to speed now. 2,500 RPMs. That's good. And then what happens is the machine will tell us how much weight to put on it and where to put on it. I'll show you that. See if I can get close enough. And there you have it. You got run out of 1 and 3, which is acceptable. Now we're going to paint it in case it falls off, and we're good to go. Talk to you all later.
Okay, 5:30, we're done for the day. We're going to go in and drink some beer, relax, because we worked hard last night, and then today, oh, the stress of Kijiji. But I know that. He always drama. He's a drama queen. No, a drama king, I guess. All right, so we got bad business and all the cats in front of the shop. And communist cat will be thawed out in the morning so we can work on him. All right, clear sky, so it's going to be cold, hopefully. And the flags are a little tangled up, but I'm too stiff and sore to reach up to untangle them. All right, let's go drink some beer, walk the dogs, and make a video. Talk to you later.